My sweet brothers and sisters, this Shabbat we read about 10 Jewish spies who came back from the Holy Land with truth, not lies. The land was filled with enemies, strong in pride. 8 said we'd lose, even with God on our side. Only Yehoshua and Caleb said, wait, of course we can, but it was just too late. A cry of despair among the clan began, and by the next day we were saying, let's go back to Egypt land. After that, we walked for 40 years in the wilderness. I begin to cry every time we read this. It could have been 3 days, and in we'd go. And no one could have harmed us, not with Moses in the show. Now, there are many explanations why the spies said so, but why all the Jews just bought it is what I want to know. Do you still doubt God after He shows you the light? I mean, 10 plagues, the sea split, and the Torah, right? Well, let us go to another place in the Torah, to a similar story, the story of Noah. To get this simple story, you don't need a detective, but a deeper look at Noah puts matters in perspective. So fasten your seatbelts, we're flying back in time to about 1,000 years before our current portion's time. Now Noah hears God say, I'm going to rain down the planet. Your entire race is rotten, and I've had it. But worry not, Noah, you're the light in the dark. Go get 2 animals of each type and build yourself an ark. Now hold on a second. Noah's happy with the news? You think it doesn't haunt his dreams, giving him the blues? I thought the Torah says he was a highly righteous person, perhaps the holiest man since the dawn of creation. So let me get this good. When Noah understood all the people in the hood were about to become fish food, couldn't he tell God, please forget it, holy brother? They are your children. You are the father. So why did good old Noah just flow with the plan? Well, I decided to ask him to explain it if he can. I asked him, Noah, why didn't you cry? Why didn't you pray? You could have saved the day. I'll tell you his answer, though it seems quite strange. He said, I don't believe that people can change. If you're born to be wild, you're just one lost child. And if you're born to be great, lucky you, that's your fate. So you see, my dear friends, why we listen to our spies, and we miss opportunities to spread our wings and fly. We've got a little Noah whispering in our ear, slaves don't become heroes. Give it up, my dear. We know that God Almighty created seas and lands, but to change a human being, well, that's out of His hands. So we just give up and we don't come home. Seems safer in the desert if we just be left alone. But that's not what God has planned for us, as we can see through repeated disaster throughout Jewish history. You know what we need to know? That God can change our name. Jacob is not meant to stay the same. In the Holy Land, we become Israel, lions of Zion. Take a leap of faith and become stronger than iron. It's our only homeland where we can conquer old fears. And it's finally possible after 2,000 years. Let us tell our inner Noah, it's not a fairy tale. Come discover Jewish power in the land of Israel. And if you know you cannot do it, it's just one step too far. Get your children and their children to make Aliyah. Shabbat Shalom.